executing it at a high level. Like we got to get after it. We got to definitely. We have a couple practices to pitch up to that standard, but we got to get rolling.
How does it differentiate? Is it just about the speed that you guys are getting up to the line, or getting things work out mentally?
Yeah, just getting set. Being ready to execute the next play. Just getting set. And, running, chasing the ball.
Do you take ownership of the offensive line, being that you're pretty much the only old guy who's been here multiple years? Do you kind of feel like that leadership role?
Yes, and what comes with that, I have to look at myself a lot and tell myself as well, I got to pick it up. So that's a big thing. We all got to pick it up, but everybody starts individually.
How different was Coach from the meeting room to be on the field?
Coach Ross. Not any different, just how I imagine.
What do you feel like?
Oh, I've been with my position coach, Coach Clark, the most. Coach Ross spoke 2 or 3 times. Not much different. I feel the energy. I like listening to him. He gets me going. So.
Are from Coach Hand to this coach, are there different techniques? Have you blended things together? How does that work when you've been coached by a guy for 3 years, right?
Yeah, a lot of new stuff, but essentially, offensive line is offensive line. So, yes and no. New stuff, yeah. But.
What is Coach Clark like? What kind of coach is he? I know he's been a head coach the last few years. What kind of personality does he have, or how do you guys like working with him?
Put me on the spot. It's a good guy. He's very personable. I like him a lot. So in the past 2-3 months, I've gotten to know him. I can't wait to further get to know him. I enjoy him so far a lot.
What about trying to build that cohesiveness with the new members on the offensive line? You being a leader, how you're trying to build that chemistry up?
We've been hanging out a lot. We go on trips. I think a couple weeks back we went to the Daytona 500. Last weekend we went on the boating trip. Pretty awesome. All the guys are nice. Jakaya, the other guys too. Jabari, Cam, LaParca, who else? Justin. They're great guys.
So Daytona 500, did you like that experience, or what was
that
like?
Very American. So yeah, I loved it. It was awesome.
Yeah, I know you guys are only in shoulder pads, or not shoulder pads. Yeah, but today's practice, what was the highlight? Was there a particular play, a player that stood out? What kind of stuck out to you about day one?
It's a little. I think for me, a little too early. We're all trying to figure out there what's going on and getting back into a rhythm. But the next couple practices should show up. We're all ready. A couple little scuffles, we're all excited to be out there. So, it'll show in the next couple practices.
Good. Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you, Paul.
All right, Malachi Lawrence.
All right, Malachi, how was the first day working with the new coaching staff out there? Coach, the new DN coach, what was that like?
It was good. Just the energy out there was good. We got after it today. Just being around some new teammates too as well is good. But we have some basically returning players, but it was good today.
Are the differences subtle, or are they pretty extreme?
They're really subtle because at the ends position, it's really just new words that we got to learn, but it's still the same technique.
How different are the coaches now that you have them on the field than in the meeting room?
Not real different because Coach told us really what he expects, what he wants. So in the meeting room, he already told us what to expect.
How quickly do you guys think you can reach those expectations and the standard that you talked about?
I think we can definitely reach them pretty quickly. Just getting better every day. 1% better every day. That's how you really do it.
Just talk about that group that you're with. It's one of those positions where there's a lot of guys returning. You can't say that about some other spots where it's all new guys. But between you and Nigelique, there's some experience there. Isaiah and Jamal. You guys kind of feel comfortable, moving into with a new coaching staff.
Oh yeah, definitely. Coach Dawson, he's been really great. He's been a cool guy. So just developing over time, just learning him and building a relationship with him. That's really the big goal.
Just talk about yourself growing with the team, with the system, and growing as a leader as well in the locker room.
Right. Just stepping up, really. If I see something that needs to be fixed, just don't sit back and just let it happen. Just talk about it. Even if it's something little, just step up and explain it and get it done.
And talk about how you've seen yourself grow as a leader from when you were watching to now being one of the guys, the vocal guys on the team.
Just watching Josh Elliscar, him be a leader, it showed me what to do, how to convey myself. So just watching him, it really helped me try to become that leader, be vocal, and just don't sit back like I said.
Is it kind of weird 3 months ago you were coached by somebody else and now you come out for spring and it's everything's good?
It's a little weird, but change might be good, change. So I'm just keeping a positive mindset with it, So I'm just really following what Coach is telling us to do, and I believe in him.
Coach Zach Duval comes in as a strength coach. What were the winter workouts like? How did the guys take to them, and did you make any personal improvements?
Winter workouts was good. I wasn't really with the team doing it, but what I saw, it was pretty good. They were getting after it. Like I said, we were working hard, just everything, especially in the weight room. Guys are getting strong in the weight room.
Where do you want to see yourself improve this season? Where do you want to see your biggest strength increase?
Football IQ and strength as well. Just building my football IQ, knowing what formation they are in before the play, so I can play faster.
Coach Mike Dawson, working with him, what is he like?
He's great. He's a funny guy. He's about his business. I like Coach Dawson.
I know it was only one day. You guys aren't even in pads yet, but any play that stood out? Any particular player that impressed you? What kind of stuck out from
We caught 2
practice?
picks today, so that was pretty good.
Who did?
I forgot his name. Number 2. I forgot his name though. But he caught 2 picks today, so that was really good. And then our pass rush today, Najee, he did good. He had a good pass rush. So yeah, we were pretty good today, I'll say.
Talk about being able, was mentioned, there's a lot of not returning guys from this roster. So you being able to return with a couple of guys from last year, talk about that cohesiveness and how you guys can lead the defense in play.
Right. So we're low-key expecting to lead the defense as well. So just really being out in front, not being behind, just show yourself and also lead by example. So we're not doing nothing that's bad in front of the younger people or people that haven't been around us, so they know what to expect.
Good stuff. Appreciate it. Everybody else need
Thanks a lot,
Malachi?
man.
Appreciate it.
Just having Chris.
Everybody out there, like I was saying earlier, it's something about putting that helmet on, man. Everyone got a little pep in their step, so it was great. Scratch that itch, get back on the field.
How different were the coaches from inside to outside?
What do you mean?
Was their demeanor different? I mean, you've been in the meeting rooms, now you're out on the field.
Nah, coaches bring their A game every day. That's their job. That's what they do. They got to set the tone for us. There was no difference there.
What's kind of your mindset entering this spring? RJ Harvey's obviously moved on. You're coming in as the running back, at least here at UCF, that has the most experience. Are you looking to establish yourself as the number 1 guy?
Yeah, but the way to do that is just consistency and building trust with your coaches. And you can't get caught up in comparing yourself to other people. You just got to just do your best.
What was the first practice like? Do you feel like you guys really worked your way into it, or
yeah, I'm pretty sure Coach Fox already said it. We got some work to do, but that's what comes with it. It's the first day, new playbook, new coaches, do everything. But the good thing about it, it's only day 1. We don't play tomorrow. So,
what are you seeing in your room? They brought in a transfer, Jaden Nixon. I know there's some younger guys who have been here. So what are you seeing when you look at the running back room?
Good. Every running back room in college football has a deep running back room. You go to talk to a coach, they're going to tell you the running back room is deep because you need that in college football, right? You need more than 1 running back. So I feel good about it. Everyone's been on their stuff. Like I said, Coach Beal, he's a great teacher. He's been teaching us a lot of things. Sometimes the running backs are almost a half install ahead of everybody just because of the fact that, he puts his little nugget here, puts his little nugget there. So,
yeah, kind of expand on that. How do you like Coach Beal? What kind of coach is he? What kind of personality does he have? And how have the guys responded to him?
I feel like I can't really speak for everyone else, but he's been pretty good. Like I said, he's a great teacher. It's kind of early to tell how he is. We haven't hung out off the field yet, but I'm pretty sure he's the same guy. I love Coach Bill.
I was talking about yourself returning to an office that didn't have many returners this year. How do you want to establish your presence in the locker room and be a vocal leader?
Kind of how you build trust with the coaches and you build trust with the teammates, and that's the only thing that we can do right now. You learn a lot about each other when the bullets start flying, and I like what I saw today. Everyone was going hard. We got some work to do, of course, but I like what we did. what I see out there.
There's a lot of new guys on this team. What's it been like, everybody kind of meshing together and kind of becoming one?
Yeah, that's one of the things Coach Frost talked about. It's going to make us a great team coming together. I feel like we've done a good job of that. I mean, most of the time we were separated offense and defense during the summer just because we had new installs for everything. But when we come together, it's good.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but this is your third offense in 3 years, right? How different is this one compared, and how tough is it to learn?
I mean, all of them are pretty different. I've kind of learned a way to learn everything real fast. I won't get into that, but I mean, I've kind of just gotten used to it. Not really a challenge for me. But, yeah.
In this one, especially, the passing game, running backs are used a lot more. I mean, that's got to put a smile on your face.
Yeah, a lot. That's very balanced offense.
Now you've played for multiple head coaches now, Satterfield, Gus, Al Frost. What is Coach Frost like? Did he surprise you with how he is, or what kind of personality does he have? How have the guys kind of responded to Coach Frost?
I feel like everyone responded to him good. He's also on the younger side too, so that's a relationship there. I mean, y'all see the shoes he wears. He's hip, you know what I mean? So that was pretty good. Easy to like Coach Frost.
Talk about the mindset of the team. Talk about the culture that's being built. We know Scott Frost is big on culture. He said the team will need to go through adversity together to come together as a team. What do you see from that?
I mean, yeah, that's real. You need to know how your brother to your left and your right is gonna stand up when the bullets start flying. You know what I mean? That's true.
I know it was only the first day. You don't have pads on yet, but was there a highlight of today's practice? Was there like a play that stood out? Maybe a player that did well? What kind of sticks out from today?
Jordan Bridgewater did pretty good today. He had like 7 catches, scored a touchdown. Yeah, he did real good today. Yeah, I guess you could say the player of the day.
Would you say you want to improve on this upcoming season, or even work on the most during spring practice?
I just really want to round up my game, to be honest. I obviously have dreams and aspirations to go to the next level. I mean, only way you make it there is if you have a well-rounded game. You can do everything. So that's what I strive to do.
What's kind of stood out about these quarterbacks? I mean, 2 of the guys obviously you worked with last season with Dylan and Ja'Cory, bringing in Cam Fancher and Taven Jackson. What's kind of stood out to you about these 4 quarterbacks competing for the job?
I mean, they're all hard workers. I guess you could say from a football playing standpoint, there's only so many ways you can hand off the ball and throw a check down. So I don't really see many differences. Like I said earlier, that's more of a question for a receiver or something. But I mean, overall, they're all good hard workers.
Good.
Anything else?
Thanks, Myles.
All right.
Thank you.
So.
Sir.